Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learn to Code with Sagar. In this video we are going to implement to-do list in React. Let's walk through the application. So it is nothing but CRUD application only. So here we have a header and three tabs. In first tab we are going to show all the tasks. If we don't have any tasks, then it will show a message. In task form tab we can add the task, and in completed task tab we can see all the completed tasks. So let's add one task 1. I am giving title as task 1 and description as description 1, just a dummy text, and I am clicking on add task. So it is showing a message, task is added. Let's add one more, task 2, description 2. Let's add this one. So this task is also get added. Now if you jump to the task tab, here we have two tasks now and some icons. First is the info icon. On clicking of it, we can see a title and its description. Then we have a favorite icon. If we click on it, task will get marked as a favorite. Third one is edit or update. After clicking on it, task form gets open in a update mode. So from here we can update. We can update the task. You will see here the button name is now update task. On clicking of it, it will show a message task updated, but form will not get clear. Form gets clear only in a add task case. So if you check in task, here you will see task is updated, and from delete we can delete the task as well. So, okay, I delete it, and here we have a checkbox. On clicking on checkbox, task will get completed. It will show in a completed tab now. From completed also we can delete the task. So this is how the application will go. Before jumping to the implementation, I wanted to show you our Discord channel. So you can join this channel on Discord, where you guys can ask your doubts here. I can try to help you on that. Also you can help to other guys also. So it's a community where we can help each others. So I will add the link to this channel in the description. Let's join that. Also, if you are new to my channel, you can subscribe to the channel. Here my purpose is to implement the things in the front end, and after some time I will work on backend as well, not just in a application way, but implement in a real project scenarios. Okay, so let's get started creating application. I have created a default React application with command npx create react app react to do, and I'm using TypeScript as a template. My React version is 18.2. So before jumping there, let me tell you, we are going to use Microsoft Fluent UI component library. So whatever text box, then teaching bubble, pures you saw, that are all from the Fluent UI. So this is very stable and managed by the Microsoft. If I show you the products which are using this UI component library, these are the products. So all the Office 365 applications are using this UI component library. If you go to the controls, here you will find all the required components. Like we are going to use teaching bubble. Teaching bubble is nothing but a kind of a tool tip where we show the some information. So we are going to use this. Let's install this in a get started. Here we have this command. Let me copy it, open the another PowerShell tool and install it. So package is installed. Let's check it version. So there should not be any conflict. Version is 8.104.1. Let's get started creating application. Let me delete this app.js and test file. We don't need it now. I'm creating one folder. I will call it to do. Fine. And inside to do, let's create home.tsx file, as we are using TypeScript. So here we are using a functional based component. Let me use the code snippet. I have downloaded the React.js code snippet from where I am using this default snippet. Let's type some dummy text. This is home page, and use this home component inside tsx file. Instead of app, I'm going to use home. To import it, we can use shortcut control dot, and first option, add import from to home. Correct. And remove this unused. Okay, fine. Let's check. Yeah. So the dummy or the demo application I have deployed on the 3006 port, and we are developing on 3000 port. Okay, so now we need the one container which is in the center. Let's do that. Okay, so we will need to write some styling here. I will tell you today a new way of writing CSS. Let's write home.style.ts file, not a CSS. Okay, so here why this approach is best, because it's a CSS in JavaScript. So according to the conditions, we can change the CSS also. So let's write home style, and we need to import merge style sets. Merge style sets is from the plenty React. Okay, so here we can use container or to do container, and inside this we can add the styles. So best part here is we can have the interface, we can create interface, and inside it we can write the whatever we are going to create, the class names. I am creating here to do container, and which is of type I style. Okay, so I style is nothing but a interface having all the styles properties. So first, for container I will need width. Okay, width 50%. Then height I will use 80%. Okay, then I need to make that container in the center. For that, position. Okay, before this let's check what it is returning. It is returning I process style set with I home style. Okay, and let's import I process style set, control dot, import it from Fluent UI React library styling. Okay, so now here we can have all the style properties. So position absolute, then top 50%, left 50%. This is I am writing for to make in the center. Translate minus 50% and minus 50%. Okay, let's use this style first to the home container. Here I can use the class name. We need to import the home style first. So let's import it. Export default home style and import it home style. Okay, and to do container. Yeah, remove this. So if you check now, yeah, so it is in center. Now we need to add the box shadow. So let's search for the box shadow. Beautiful CSS box shadow. Okay, first we can go on the first link. From here we can choose whatever we need. I will copy this one. and let's add in the style.ts file inside the to do container. Okay, let's add it. So actually here in this merge style sets or in a JSON, actually we need to use the camel case, and we need to wrap all this inside the, we need to add this as a string. Okay, let's save it and remove the colon. Let's save it again. Now we can check, this is our container. Okay, now we need a header here. Let's add header inside the home.tsx. Okay, for header we have a header tag, and I can use h2, and let's add here to do list 2023 and add some styling for header. For that, create here header style, I style, and add here header style. Okay, we can keep a height as 50 pixel, background color cadet blue. We need to make the header in the center. For that, display flex and justify content center. Justify content center will make in a horizontal, and align atoms center will make the elements vertically center, and we need to use this header style for this header. Okay, so class name here home style dot header style. Let's check. Okay, so we can increase the height. Instead of 50, I can make it 80, and for text color we need to pass color as white. Okay, yeah, this is fine. So to make, we will not use this hard coding. Instead, we will follow the good practice. Let me create string.json file, and in JSON file we can add the key values, header to do list 2023. Okay, if you want, you can add the comments also. So in this way we need to follow for our reference. This string is for header. Okay, we need to use this string. Now we can import like to do string from string.json. So we can use this instead of it, to do string.header. So why we are creating JSON? So in future, if we wanted to make a localization, we will just create the localization JSON files, and we can directly use that. So that is the purpose. Now we need to focus on the content part. Let's add that. We need pivots. Pivots are nothing but a tabs. If you go in the Fluent UI, in the controls, here we need to look for the pivot. So these are the pivots. Okay, so I am going to use the override selected atoms pivots, because in this example on button click we are shifting to the tabs. Why I am going to use this? Because if you know, in our demo project we are going to edit. So on edit we are jumping to the task form tab. For that reason, let's follow that example. If I click on the show code, I can copy all this code related to pivot. Okay, let's copy it and paste here. Pivot, we need to import all these things. So control dot first option, add import from Fluent UI React. Also you can install from the pivot as well, it's not a problem, but I will go with Fluent UI React. Okay, then pivot atoms. Okay, fine, and label also for now. Okay, we can remove this area label for now because area label is used for accessibility, we are not focusing that. And selected key, we can keep that for now 1. So selected key can be any key between this key 0, 1 or 2. Let's save it and check. We have these tabs in our body part. Okay, fine. Now we need to move this in the center. So how we can do is, if you inspect it, you will get to know. Let's inspect its parent. Okay, this one. So here you will get to know it has a root class. Okay, and here in Microsoft Fluent UI we have very standard way of overriding the styles. Let me show you. Here we need to provide this use styles, and inside the style I wanted to use style for root element. Okay, and as we have to center the tabs horizontal center, for that I can use display flex and justify content as center. Okay, now let's check. Yeah, now it comes in the center. Fine, we can move this style inside the style.ts file. So let's write here pivot root by style. Okay, and here pivot root. Okay, I can use it here. Home style dot pivot root. Let's save it and check. Okay, it's in center. Now we need to change the selected key, this value. Okay, on clicking the tab. First we need to create here one state which will hold the value selected key, and a function to update that key set selected key. Okay, and here use state that I will import from React, and here I will pass default value as 1 and use this selected key here at this place. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to just update this key on clicking of any of the pivot. For that we have one function here. If you go in the Fluent UI, so here you will find all the methods which we have. So one method you can see here, on link click. Okay, and these are the parameters of for that function. So let me use it. On link click. Okay, so in first parameter we are getting the atoms, that is a pivot atoms. Okay, pivot atoms. Try logging the atom what inside that, because we need to take the take the atom key from this atom. Okay, let's inspect that. Console, click on the my file whose key is 0, that we can get in the props atom key. Okay, so from props atom key we can take the atom key of that tab. So here props and atom key, and we need to call this set selected key function method. So every time we click on the tab, that value will get updated. So it is asking for means we have this property as a string, but this property here atom can have undefined value as well. That's why it is asking like that. So we can provide a default value as 0. Okay, let's check now. Okay, so now it is working properly. So this is not a correct way of using the keys. For that we can write in a standardized way. Let's create one file, types.ts file. Inside that we can create a enum, export enum pivot keys enum. Okay, and I can name it as like first is tasks. Okay, tasks. Then we have a form, task form, correct? Task form, and third tab we have, that is completed tasks. Okay, so we can use this enum instead of hard coding that. Okay, so let's remove this and use pivot keys enum and control dot to import from type file. And here first is for task. Okay, second is for task form, and third is for completed. Okay, and here also by default we need to pass the task. Okay, so if there is not a proper value or undefined, we will set task first tab as a default. Okay, and here also instead of 1 we need to pass tasks. Okay, so it is asking because if you read the error, arguments of type string is not accessible to parameter of pivot keys enum. So what we can do here, we can just mention it as a string. Okay, so fine. I think it's working properly. We have just moved the we have just removed the hard-coded values and created a enum. So same for this, we need to write that thing here in a string.json. So pivots first is task tab. I am naming it as task. Second is task for tab. I am naming it task form, and third one is completed task tab. Okay, and I am naming it as completed, and we can use this now at this place. We have imported it in a to do string, to do string dot pivots dot task tab. Okay, let me copy it, and instead of for second tab I need to use here task form tab, and at this place at last we need to use it as completed task tab. Okay, it is perfect. If you see here, we need to add some margin top. It will take some margin from all the sides. So how we can do is we can wrap this pivot inside the div. Okay, and for the div we can have the class. Let me add here pivot container I style, and we need to add here pivot container margin as 20. Let's use this class here. Class names home style dot pivot container. Yeah, so it has taken some margin from all the sides. Now we need to create the task body. Before that, let me tell you, instead of a div we can use the stack from the Fluent UI. Let's search for the stack. So stack works as like a CSS grid, some kind of CSS grid. Okay, so here you can find the example. So if I change the height, it will get adjusted according to the space. So here you will find a lot of examples, and yeah, it is very useful if you look in a responsive way. We are using that. So instead of div I'm going to use a stack. Okay, let's import this stack. Control dot from Fluent UI React. I need to use it here, and I will wrap my very top parent also. Yeah, that's fine. Now we are going to create the list. Let's create here one folder, name it list. Inside that create a file to do or task list list.tsx. Let me close all this. rsc, that is a code snippet I have used. Let me type here some. This is task list component, and call this component from home.tsx from this first pivot. First pivot is for task tab, correct? So here in first tab we need to show the task list. Let's import it. Control dot. Okay, it is imported. Now the task list will get show on the UI. Okay, this is a task list component. If you check in our project or the project which we are following, there we have this kind of list. Inside task list, let me create first some dummy data tasks which we are going to show on the UI. So it will have ID, then title, task 1. Okay, for now it is these two are required, and one more. ID is 2, task 2. Let me format it. Okay, and instead of this I will render the list. Okay, this is the spelling mistake. List tasks. Okay, so let's use it. Like whenever we need to show the list or render the list, we use the map parameter we will get here. We can take that as a task. Okay, and here we can return the div, return some div. Okay, and here I can show the title, task dot title. Okay, and for this div we can provide key task dot id as a key. Let's save it and check in our application. Okay, so here our tasks are getting rendered. What I will do, I will move this code out of this block right here on render cell function, and inside that I will return this div, and I will take here task. For now I am using any, and use this on render cell inside the map. We can do in this way as well. We don't want to use any, so for that reason we can create interface I of task. I of task can have id, okay, and title string. Tasks is iTask array, and now at this place we can use I interface of task. Now we can add some styling to task items. So let's create task style file, task list style file, task list dot style dot ts. Here also we will going to follow the same styling pattern which we follow in the home style. So let's create here task list style equals to merge style sets, and let's import it from Fluent UI React. For that I'm pressing control dot and first option. Okay, here we need to pass the object. For that I can create interface first, I task list style, and for now I want a style for this atom. Okay, task atom. So I can task atom, and which will be of type I style. I style also we need to import from Fluent UI React. Okay, now let's check the return type of task list style, that is I process style and object. Okay, so I can here use it I process style set, again control dot to import it, and I can pass here the interface. Inside it we need to write task atom. So I have pasted here some style. It have maximum height, minimum height, then padding, width, background, color, selector. Inside selector we can add the effects like on hover or also on focus. We can add that effects here. Okay, margin, and then this style for making it vertically center, and box shadow. Box shadow I have copied from the here this site, get css scan.com, and box shadow. Okay, let's export this task list style, export default task list style, and we need to use this task atom style for this div. Okay, so class name equals to, and I can use this task list style here, and let's import it. Okay, imported task atom. Okay, let's save it and check. This is how it is looking. We have two tasks again, and on how our background color is getting changed. Okay, let's add checkbox now. Checkbox from Fluent UI. If you come here and look for checkbox, okay, we are on checkbox. So I can copy any of the checkbox like this, checkbox and label. Let me copy this one. Okay, I copied checkbox, and we need to import the checkbox from Fluent UI React. Okay, I don't need label and I don't need disable as well. So I am removing it and saving the changes. Let's check on the UI. Okay, so checkbox is added. Fine, we will check that. Okay, and now we need icons, task icons like info icon, then delete, update, and favorite icon also. So for that, I can add the icons from Microsoft Fluent UI. Let's check icon. Okay, so if you read this, here you will find for list of icons we need to visit the icon documentation. So I'm opening it in new tab, and here they have provided some comments like we need to use the initialize icons from Fluent UI React library icons. Okay, let's jump to the documentation first. So here you will see we need to use this. Okay, so actually this is done at the root of your application, means we can add this inside our home component. Let's add it inside the home component. Okay, save it. That is one step. Now in list I need to add the icons. Okay, for that, on controls like this, inside show code, I can use font icon. So I'm copying it and pasting it here. I can import the font icon, control dot. Okay, let's remove the array label. For now, keep the icon name as compass nw, and we need icon class. So here they have provided the icon class as also. Let's copy it and paste it here. Okay, so what I can do is I can move this class inside the task list style. Okay, we can do that. Let's move it here. First we need to add here icon style, style, and icon style object. Okay, fine. I can remove this because we have moved the style inside the style file, and at this place we can use like task list style dot icons icon icon style. Okay, so let's save it and check. We need to adjust the size of the icons. Let's change it so I can make font size as 30. Let's remove this height, width. We will need margin, so 0 and 3 pixel. Fine. And on hover we will need to change the cursor to pointer. Okay, so cursor to pointer. Okay, let's save and check. Now it's fine. We can change the size also 20. Okay, now it looks good. If you check in our dummy or the program which we are following, we have this icon in the right side. Okay, let's do that. We can use here stack instead of div. We can use stack. Let's import it from Fluent React. Okay, and inside that again I can create one more stack, and I'm wrapping the checkbox and task title, and again I am creating one more stack, and inside that I am wrapping the font icons. Okay, for first stack I can provide the width as 85%, and for second I can provide width as 15%. Okay, let's check it. Okay, fine. So what I need, if you see in this inner stack, whatever elements we have written there, that are vertically aligned, but we need that in a horizontal. For that we can add inside the stack as horizontal. Okay, and same we need to add here as well. For parent stack also we need to add horizontal. So that's how it has taken its space. Now here we need four more icons like info icon, star, then edit and delete, that we can add. Let me copy it. Okay, fine. So first is info icon. Let's look on the icon page. Here I can search for info. So I need to use info name. So here info, then star or favorite. Okay, favorite. So we have favorite star and the favorite star field. Okay, so if task is favorite, then we will show favorite star field, else favorite star. Okay, so for that reason we can add one more property in the task, that is favorite boolean. Okay, so let me make first task as a favorite and second task as not favorite. Okay, and if here I can have the condition, if task dot is favorite, if it is true, then I will add this favorite star fill. Okay, and if it is not uh, favorite, then I will use favorite star. Okay, fine. Third one is edit icon. Let's look for that edit. We can use uh, any icon from this. So I am using edit node. Let's copy it, edit node, and paste it here. And last one is delete. Okay, so let's write here delete. Okay, so its name is delete. Okay, let's save it now and check. Okay, fine. So it is looking in this way. First task is favorite, that's why it is showing favorite, and second is not favorite, that's why it is showing not favorite. Okay, fine. I think as of now we have done means most of the part. Now comes the core part. Okay, heart of the application, where we are going to store the task.